Hello everyone. So this is one of the very famous mind map which is being made by Jhaddix. So let's see this, the recon summary by Jhaddix. The first approach or the first step is identifying IP addresses and the main TLDs, which is the top level domains. We have already seen this. We are doing this with the help of ASNs. We take the ASN number and this way we get to know the whole bunch of IP addresses that are being owned by that specific organization. We have also seen reverse whois, through which we get more domains which are related to the main parent domain or the acquisitions. Next is domain scraping for discovered TLDs. Here we are going to run AMAS or subfinders because we are going to identify more and more subdomains of that particular target. I like to use a find domain because it is much more faster. So you can also use find domain. Next is a domain brute forcing, resolve and add new IP ranges. This can be done using mass DNS and manually as well. So we are going to brute force the domains. We can use mass DNS. It is excellent for doing this. Then we will see if those domains actually resolve or not. You can do this with the help of HTTPX by project discovery team, and you will be able to see if those domains are actually resolving and giving a 200 OK. Then you can run a sort -u, a unique filter, and save them into a list. Next, you can run a port scan using mass scan, which will identify which ports are open for all the targets that we have identified into the previous step. Next is to do visual identification. So we can use eyewitness. We can also use Aquatone. It is very useful. With the help of visual identification, we'll be able to enumerate all those domains. So let's say if any of the domain is running a vulnerable unauthenticated dashboard, an internal dashboard, or application which is on its default configuration, or let's say if there is a directory listing enabled which contains sensitive files like db.conf or environment files or some kind of backup files or the source code disclosure, that can be very helpful for us, that we can easily identify from the screenshots. So those two tools are very useful, which is eyewitness as well as Aquatone. The next step is platform identification. So we are basically going to do banner grabbing of that specific targets to identify on what CMS and technology they are running on. We can use a Webalizer and built with. It is very helpful and useful to do this. Apart from this, we can also identify the technology of that particular target using HTTPX tool as well. Again, we can also use Nmap to identify the platform, and we can do a banner grab as well. You can run a service version detection using -sv flag in Nmap, and you can save the output into a file. The next step is content discovery. So in this, we are going to use GoBuster. We can use different tools as well. So for example, you can use directory search or directory buster. Also, if you want to perform fuzzing, you can use wfuzz or ffuf, wherein you will be able to get a lot of sensitive endpoints. For word list, you can use the seclist word list. They are very good. You can also use the Jhaddix all.txt. You can use fuzzDB or payload all things. Now for the last step, that is the parameter discovery, you can use a tool which is Parameth, which will be very helpful in identifying the parameters of that particular target. Also, you can use burp analyze target. So whenever you add any target to the scope of burp suite and you run spider, at that particular point, you will be able to see the parameters for that particular target. Also, I like to use param spider, which will enumerate all the parameters of that specific target from a Wayback Machine or a Wayback Archive, which is very, very useful. So I hope you guys understood the recon summary by Jhaddix, and you will implement this into your workflow or your methodology, and it will be definitely very, very helpful for everyone. Thank you.